Hey, this is Amanda from The Fundamental Home, and I am doing day 3 of VEDA, which is a video every day in April. And as promised, today I'm going to do the video on the healthy, natural options that I used to help me to recover from my pneumonia. If you don't already know, I have had an issue where I had bronchitis, which turned into atypical or walking pneumonia. And I was put on antibiotic for it, and then I had an allergic reaction to the antibiotic, which caused some internal bleeding, and then I couldn't take any more antibiotic, so the walking pneumonia came back, and I pretty much just had to get over it without any other kind of medical intervention. So in order to deal with that, my husband pretty much just took me to a local natural food store and said, get whatever you want. So I had been talking to some of my friends online who are very good with dealing with those things, particularly Farmer Meemaw and Wanda from Deep South Homestead, and I got their advice and tried to choose some things that I thought would be helpful to me based on their suggestions. When I went there, I was actually looking for colloidal silver, but one of the things about colloidal silver is that it acts in your body like an antibiotic. And since my body had already wiped all of my, because of the issue with the other antibiotic, I'd already wiped all my intestinal flora. Another thing that worked like an antibiotic wasn't really an option. So colloidal silver was out for this particular time. So I turned to some other options, and these were the things that were recommended to me. And these were the things that worked, because I'm going to tell you about the things that didn't work. The first thing was mullein leaf tea. So I got this mullein leaf from our local health food store. I'm going to open it so you can see what it looks like inside. And you can't smell it, but it smells like tea. It smells like any kind of regular tea that you would get at the grocery store. It doesn't taste exactly the same. It's a more mellow flavor. But what you do is you take this and you have your little tea infuser, and I got both of these at our natural health food store, and I'll tell you the prices of them in a minute. And so you take one of these and you just take it, mine's heart shaped, but that's just because that's what they had at the health food store when I purchased it. You just take a little scoop. You want a teaspoon worth of this per cup of boiling water. And it would probably have tasted fine by itself, but I used some natural honey. Now, the honey that I have, I'm going to show it to you right here. This is the honey that I have. Now, this came from a gentleman in my church who was so very kind as to give it to our family when Ricky got sick. And that was a couple of years ago. And he gave us several batches of this. Let's see if I can get it open. But this is what's left. And you can see, I don't know if you can see in there, it's got the comb in it. So when we're talking about honey, this is local, natural honey. None of the good stuff has been taken out. This is the good stuff. So I'm gonna put some links in the description box for the things that I talk about, because I think not everyone will have access to them at their, if maybe they don't have a local health food store, or they're not familiar with a place to get it, or maybe even your local health food store doesn't offer it. So this right here was $3.35 for my infuser, and you can get that much cheaper. So I'm gonna put you a link for that in the description box. And the mullein leaf, I think I paid like $2 for this. This was very inexpensive for an herbal remedy. You might even have some on your property. I mean, you might want to look up what it looks like on Google and see if you have any and dry it and use it yourself. But this was very expensive. I'm going to put a link for that in the description box below too. And this was the other thing that I used. Now, I'm a big fan of Melaleuca. It's my favorite essential oil. And I prefer doTERRA, but I've heard good things about other essential oil companies. But so I use Melaleuca a lot, and I was putting Melaleuca on my chest at night, and it helped, and that was good. But in addition to that, I happened to see this Gaia Herbs Bronchial Wellness Herbal Syrup when I was at the natural health food store. And I had thought to myself, man, that's exactly what I need. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And you can see that I paid $24.99 for this particular product. Okay? And I'm going to tell you what's in it. It says it has freeze-dried organic extracts of Grindelia, plantain leaf, helichrysum, and they're naturally processed to ensure the highest concentration, maximum absorption. It's got a blend of honey and essential oils of lemon, eucalyptus, and star anise. Okay, and this stuff actually, so it's got herbs and it's got essential oils in it. And I don't know if you can see in this light because it's a dark bottle, but I've used about half of it. And the company recommends that you take 1 teaspoon 3 times a day. And at the time that I started taking it, I took it as recommended. And I found this to be really super helpful. It kind of tastes like a more mild Dayquil. Whenever I'm sick, I usually take some Dayquil. And if you've ever taken it, it's got that just really characteristic kind of burn as it goes down your throat. And it's like, oh, this is working. You kind of feel the burn and you know it's working. This kind of had kind of the same thing. It was a little more mellow. It wasn't as sharp of a burn, but there was a sensation that it was coating and that something was happening and it was a good thing. So this was actually, I really liked this. And so I was taking this 3 times a day. Wanda recommended I have up to 4 cups of the mullein leaf tea, and I was doing that with a tablespoon of honey in the mullein leaf tea. And in addition to that, I was drinking kombucha and having yogurt at least once a day and trying to replenish my intestinal flora. And I think all of these were excellent. Now, I am going to put a link for this too. I paid $24.99 for it at my natural health food store, but I found it on Amazon for like $17. So definitely you want to get it on Amazon if you can. And I will say my links, they're affiliate links. I'm not even going to tell you they're not. They're affiliate links. So I do get something if you purchase through those links, but I'm not recommending something to you that I haven't actually used and I don't actually think works, because I'm feeling a lot better and this is the reason why. So there you go. There was something that I got, sorry, there's something on my skirt and it's bothering me. Okay. There was something that I got that I wasn't excited about, and I was told to do probiotics. And so when everything went down and I had the problem with that other antibiotic, I was told that I needed to really focus on replenishing good intestinal bacteria, and to do that I needed to get probiotics. And so that was why I was doing the kombucha and the yogurt. And I was also eating fruits and vegetable diet. I did have some brown rice, and if I really felt like I needed it, I was having fish. But once that got to where it wasn't enough, I started eating regular food as well, and that was good. And so I went to see my doctor again, and he said that I probably should take a pill form of probiotic. And he said I could get it in a natural health food store. He could offer me a prescription. I said I didn't mind going to the natural health food store. That was fine. So I purchased a probiotic from the natural health food store. It was just a pill form, and it said it had 50 billion strains. Well, no, it was like 7 strains and 50 billion probiotics, whatever it was. I don't know. Anyway, that actually did not work well for me. I have some other health issues, and that actually made those worse. So I only took that for 2 days, and immediately I had a problem with it, so I immediately stopped taking it, and everything's gotten better since. So the pill form of probiotic, it might work for someone else, but for me, it wasn't a good fit. And so just sticking with the kombucha and the yogurt was much better. I was using store-bought kombucha, not homemade, because I haven't made it yet. So I just went and bought it from the store, and I really liked it. It was good. I think it was the Synergy brand. I thought it was tasty, and I didn't have any problem with the taste. It smells like vinegar. But it doesn't taste like vinegar. It tastes quite good. And I also was using just store-bought yogurt because we don't have any way to make that here. So so it wasn't anything that anyone couldn't get wherever they are. Just sticking with the natural fruits and vegetables, sticking with the kombucha and the yogurt, and then just using these things. And I've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and I think these are the things that have really helped me. Just the mullein leaf tea and this bronchial wellness syrup were the 2 things that I thought were super helpful to me and that I would recommend to someone if they were trying to recover naturally. it did take time and it did take rest. So it wasn't like an antibiotic where you just take it and right away you're fine. But while you're recovering naturally, these were very supportive to my immune system. So that is my report on the things that I purchased from the Natural Health Food Store. If there's anything else, I was recommended diatomaceous earth. I just never picked that up. To be honest with you, I was just kind of at the point that I wasn't even wanting to go outside. So, you know, wanting to go anywhere, wanting to do anything. So I was satisfied with what I had, and I was just going to make do with that unless it got worse, and then I would have just gone and done another shopping trip. But if you've ever been sick like that, then you know that you just don't want to go in and out. So that is what worked for me. So I appreciate everyone's help. Everyone gave me a ton of advice, and I listened to it all. I was really trying my best to do as much as I could with the suggestions, with the amount of money that we had, and trying to make wise choices. If you have anything that you think would be helpful to add, by all means put it in the comments. I mean, I would love, love, love to hear any more. If you've had something that works for you, by all means share that, because anyone watching this video, go ahead and look at those comments, and if you're trying to recover from pneumonia or some kind of bronchial illness naturally, that those suggestions might be good for you. I mean, obviously we're not doctors, we're just sharing our personal experience, and these are the things that work for us. So that's that, and that's my video for the day. It's my natural remedies that help me to recover from pneumonia. Tomorrow is Monday, and I will be at my homeschool co-op. It is the first big thing that I will be doing. I will probably be sitting in a chair for my classes, but we'll be there, and I will probably share with you about our homeschool co-op tomorrow. And so stay tuned for that. I've got a lot of great comments wanting people wanting me to talk about homeschool, so we'll be talking about that this week. And if there's anything else you'd like to hear about, I'm doing a video every day for the month of April. Let me know, and I will make sure that I get that out there to you. So thank you very much, and we will see you next time. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it, make sure you come and check me out on Facebook. Make sure you go and like me there, because that is where I keep in touch with everyone. So head over to Facebook and like us there. But that's really it. That's it this time. Okay? I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!